Hey everyone, I hope you are well and welcome to another video where today I'm bringing you a new moon video. This one's in Capricorn, which is at 1 degree. It's on the 23rd of December. Now this new moon, it's got a crazy conversation, a square to Jupiter in Aries. Now Jupiter's entered Aries on the 20th, and it's early degrees in Aries, and it's going to be, this new moon, sorry, is going to be affecting all of the signs that are cardinal, but also the late degrees of mutable. So if you're early degrees, like if you're March Aries, if you are, of course, December Capricorn, if you are June Cancer, and if you are, what's the other sign? If you are September Libra, this will definitely affect you. And if you are late degrees Pisces, you're going to feel this. If you're late degrees Gemini, late degrees Virgo, and also late degrees Sagittarius, you will be feeling it. Sagittarius might be feeling they're getting a bit of a double dose of energy. Now, a lot of this energy is connected to the home. There's a lot of fourth house action that's happening. And, we're coming up to Christmas. So a lot of, with Capricorn, we're in a new season now for the next 3 months. And we can feel some of this energy with this new moon. It's going to be, yes, it's going to be for 30 days, but we can sort of see it for the next 3 months. And yeah, a lot of this energy I feel is very much close to home. It's come up to Christmas, so some of us may be spending, if you got the funds, it's great. If you, some of you may be, because it's square Jupiter, this gives this grandiose energy of us overspending, overdoing things, being over optimistic, which is always good, because Capricorn's ruled by Saturn, which is the taskmaster of hard work, the lord of karma. So when you have this and it squares Jupiter, it can be this huge energy of us being very positive, not negative, being, knowing that everything's going to be okay. And, it just feels like a bit of a huge positivity that's coming through. So, i.e., we will, there can be a lot of us partying, overspending and doing things on a grand level. But then we get brought back down to earth where we can see, oh, okay, I probably overdid that too much. I overpromised. Because remember, this is in Aries, and Aries does things with Jupiter being there. It's going to make things very fast. It's going to go head first and without thinking, and I feel sometimes Capricorn does need that little bit of leadway of just relaxing and having a bit of fun and being a bit more joyful, which I can see with this. But then Jupiter's about huge expansion, over the topness, and then it's like, oops, okay, we need to be grounded now. So with squares, you can actually work with squares, just that you just have to put the work in. And with oppositions is the same. With trines and sextiles, it's more that things are just a little bit more easier to work with. You feel that you can just relax more, but you still have to put the work in. But yes, there's going to be a lot of that energy, and we can see it across the board. We can see it in, Capricorn rules the government. We can see a lot of that happening, lots of promises. With bosses as well. Yeah, you're going to get the pay rise. Oh my God, I can get the pay rise. Or, with work, like, oh, I'm going to do as much as I can so that I don't have to do anything for Christmas. Then you find yourself burnt out. So it's good, but also being mindful, but also knowing when to stop a lot of this crazy energy which is happening. So some of us may actually really enjoy this energy. Really, really and truly enjoy this energy. A lot of energies is in Capricorn during this new moon as well. So there, there can be us stopping in our tracks at certain points during this time. Being very serious, being very diligent. That I feel the serious people, the serious ones, will be, probably working over the Christmas period. There can be, this down to earthness of reining things in because finances are not so great for everyone. I feel like with this Jupiter square, it will make us also see that, again, like I said, we can overdo things, but thinking that things are going to be okay even when they're not. And I feel there's nothing wrong with not thinking that everything's going to be okay, because we do need that positivity, but it can feel quite hard to have that at this time. Again, my favorite word, we're in a new world. And the last time we had this, well, not the same energy, but we had Venus. It's squared, no, Venus in Capricorn last year in December, and it was not great. It was not great. Some people benefited, some people didn't. And with this new moon, there may be this surge that things are going to be brought down to earth. Things are going to be brought more closer to home now, in terms of how we are when it comes to family, when it comes to our home. If you're one of those big business people, investments, and our feelings and self-care, and definitely how we're taking care of ourselves. There's a lot of this energy that is going to be forthcoming as well. So yes, there's not to say that we shouldn't feel positive. It's just that we have to have that balance of positivity, but also being grounded, but not too grounded. It's come to Christmas, so we have to try and enjoy the Christmas. Every Christmas I try to enjoy it. But I love Christmas anyway, and there's nothing wrong with celebrating. And yeah, it can actually be quite joyful now, over the top joyful. But then it comes to January, it's like, oh, my head, why did I do that? But we all live and learn. The cards that we have is obviously the Magician card, because it's number one. So there's going to be a brand new, I feel there's a lot of ideas that can come forth. Brand new beginnings of ideas, brand new beginnings of, making things happen, making friends. Lots of communication. I feel a lot of chitty chatter. It also feels like a Sagittarius time as well, even though it's like on the cusp of Sagittarius. So the Magician card is on the high vibration, is we can, manifest great things. But again, being grounded can be hard. We can do double the work. We can double talk. We can, all the things and skills that we have, we can use that against others. But if we use it in the higher vibration way, we can create miracles. We can heal, because the mind is so powerful. We can actually heal our mind, heal ourselves, and heal people with our powerful words. So this card is showing us during this new moon that there's a brand new beginning, especially when it comes to how we're communicating on a grander scale. I feel there's going to be a lot more information that's going to be coming out during this new moon, on across the board, personal, general, in the news. There's going to be a lot of communication. A lot of things will be coming out that may not be so pretty for a lot of us to hear. But, as this is life, we're always going to be hearing something that we're not going to be hearing. But we can also hear good news as well. I feel that a lot of us can definitely hear some good news. A lot of us can have this sort of like spike of new energy, of starting new projects, starting new business deals, aligning ourselves with, important people or even friends. There could be a brand new start to a relationship, business or personal. a brand new start to a job. Using this new moon will really be good for that as well. There could be also be engagements, I'll say new affairs that could happen. But there's a brand new beginning for something that we want to, especially when it comes to manifesting, for January, because January is like go time. January is not an easy month, but it is definitely a month that we can, also in winter solstice, so it's not easy. The weather's cold and harsh, but if we try to raise our vibrations try in a positive way, we can create things, but it's not going to be fast, it's just going to be slow. So when it comes to the wellness aspect of this new moon in Capricorn, especially when it comes to using things like essential oils, which you guys know that I use all the time, Capricorn is a sign that is very grounded. And, because we are transiting from Sagittarius to Capricorn, our energy still may be a bit crazy because, it's Christmas time, or it's come up to Christmas time, party season. There still may be a lot of work that we have to do and finish, return to our responsibilities. And this new moon is going to be showing us this anyway. So the essential oils that you could use, these essential oils that I use, because I tend to use different essential oils depending on the season, but there's some that I use all the time. And obviously check with your health practitioner before you use essential oils, especially for the first time. Check with your doctor. Anything you're using for the first time, really check with your doctor or health practitioner. Disclaimer. So essential oils that I will be using, or you guys could use, is lemon, which is really good, very purifying, very energizing. Cedarwood, very grounding, really good for when you're going to sleep as well. Lime, I feel, because not everyone is going to be having a high energy full new moon. The moon does affect everyone. So lime, lemon, and sandalwood, which is really great, especially when you're going to sleep, helps boost the immune system. And also my best friend, lavender. You could also use frankincense as well, which is the king and queen of the essential oils. So it's a mixture of grounding energy, but also something that can help boost you when you're going to be very productive at work. So now let's get to the signs. I hope you guys enjoyed my little wellness for this Capricorn new moon, because Jesus Christ, we're going to be needing it. So let's start off with Aries, because just because you are the firstborn. So Aries, this is in your 10th house, okay, and you got Jupiter there, and Jupiter is in your sign. Jupiter also rules your 9th house. So this is a brand new beginning for your career. A huge brand new beginning for your career. I feel some of you may want to learn a lot more. I think some of you may want to boost your career in some way. So that may mean some of you going back to college, doing some internal studies. It could be a multitude of things. It could be studying about spiritual work, or you could be taking on a course for your job. This could be a brand new promotion. Some of you could be wishing to change your job. There could be definite change. But you could obviously go over the top. You may want to do too much. And, because Jupiter's in your sign, it could lead to, just you being burnt out. So just really try and pace yourself. Exercise is your friend. It could be, you could be changing a type of exercise routine as well, which is actually going to definitely help you as well. And obviously money plays a big part in what's going on for you. And I feel that your partnerships, there could be like some big conversations within your partnerships. And I feel that spiritual work definitely will play a huge hand in what's going on here. Listen to your intuition, Aries, because again, it will serve you very well. And it could actually help you slow down when you're going too fast or too hard. This energy can make you go really too hard and too fast. This is an ambitious time for you, Aries. A great, huge overload of ambition. So you're making a lot of grand plans, and You may want to see a lot of this energy happen in the new year. In fact, I feel a lot of you will see a lot of this action happening in the new year. But, you know, resting, try to relax, try to rest. It's not going to be easy, but, you know, when your body is telling you, like, no more, try and really listen to that. So the moon card you have is You Are Good Enough, full moon in Virgo card. So, you know, Virgos are very much about purity of the body, the mind, detoxing, and work. So this card is showing me for you, Aries, that, you know, you don't have to do too much. You have nothing to prove. You may have something to prove to yourself, but, you know, a lot of you may want to prove to your bosses or to people you work with that you can take it all on. You can do this. But, you know, this card is just showing you that you're good enough. You know, the way you are, the way you're acting, the way you are working, you're good enough. You don't have to take on more to prove anything. Because the 10th house is the status house. It's the house of showing people, you know, you're going to be seen. So just do you. Don't worry about anyone or trying to prove anything. Just do you. Pace yourself again. And yeah, listen to your body, you know, because there could be a lot of overtopness going on. Taurus, this new moon, because a lot of you earth signs are really going to be benefiting from it, especially you early degrees Taurus and Virgos as well, and of course Capricorns. So this is in your 9th house, and you know you're gonna be finding your destiny big time. You know, we've got the North Node, which is in your sign, and it's really helping. It's opening your eyes. It's making you see things that were once not seen. So your eyes are being opened. You may be changing your views. I feel that your views will definitely change, and you're probably seeing people and seeing even places very differently now. And this is a time of a brand new study. Jupiter rules your 11th, and it also rules your 8th house. So anything that's changing on a broader scale is, you know, finances, you know, shared resources, and also your goals. This is putting all of this action involved too. There may be some delusion when it comes to like your goals and your dreams and even friendships. There could be a dissolvement of this, but anything that leaves, something's going to be coming forward as well. And, you know, Jupiter being in your 12th is, you know, is actually helping you to do with spiritual work, with releasing and letting go. I feel that you'll find during this new moon that, you know, there's certain goals, there's certain things that are coming out, there's certain things you're finding out. And I don't think it will be a shock to a lot of you. Some of you it will be, but some of you it's like, okay, I thought this was going to happen, so I'm just going to go with it. So yeah, and also fears can definitely come up. Lots of fears, because there's something you want to hold on to, but there's something you really need to open your mind to. Because you can find out a lot of secrets this month, this new moon. And it could be about people you know, or it could be about a guru. It could be something to do with like the law. You may want to study something to do within the law, study a new language. And, you know, fears can also come with that, like, I'm not good enough, or I'm not a good teacher. And you just take your time. So a big one for you, Taurus, especially when it comes to doing something to do with your beliefs, but also like your higher learning. And if any of you are writers doing any publishing work, you could actually start to do this now because of what is happening. So you got be bold and make the first move. It's a cardinal moon. And, you know, this is a cardinal moon anyway. It's Capricorn. So be bold. If there's something within you, Taurus, this North Node is pointing you to your destiny, to try what you never thought you wanted to try. Start an action now. Some of you, if you want to go back to college, this is a time. If you want to do uni, if you want to write, if you want to do something that you wanted to do when you were young, this card is showing you to be bold and make the first move. And there's nothing wrong with asking people, but essentially the answers are within you. And Jupiter in your 12th is giving you those answers, Taurus. I feel that meditation and I feel that yoga things like that will really help to ground, because Jupiter being in Aries, even if it's in your 12th, it is still giving you the high energy. So these tools will also give you answers that you're seeking too. Gemini, this is in your 8th house. It's a very deep house, a house of debts, loans, rebirth, your joint finances, also fears, anything to do with like the sexual, occult as well. So this is like the main theme. A brand new beginning to pay off any of these debts and loans that you probably accumulated with Mars being in your sign. Yes, you know, your career is going to be playing a big, you know, your career is, there might be some delusion or dissolvement when it comes to like your career, you know, and some of you may be staying in like your job because you have debts to pay off, you have loans, or you want to, you know, make your partner happy, but you may be wanting to move away from that. And you know, with the nodes being in your 12th house as well, this is making a lot of you not want to, you know, sort of like go within, and there could be a big sensitivity happening. Jupiter is in your 11th, which is actually really good because it can help you with your goals. It can help you see things that you like on a different level, should I say. And I feel that friends could definitely come into your aid as well, Gemini. You know, Mars being in your sign is not making things easy for a lot of you. Some of you may be like, you know, cruising through it, but some of you, you know, there's things that there's niggling things, and this new moon could probably bring things to a head. Jupiter rules your 10th, and it also rules your 7th. So this is to do with your career, and this is also to do with your social standing, and it's also to do with your partners. So there could be a lot of that coming up as well, like when it comes to like your finances with your partner, or you want to sign contracts, or even like your career, you don't know where it's coming or going. Do you stay or do you go? There could be a lot of confusion happening. So again, pace yourself. The 8th house is never an easy house for a lot of you Geminis, but I feel if you do that inner work, you know, you can actually transform, make miracles. So the card you got is a win-win outcome is forecast. It's a full moon in Libra. And, you know, again, I feel that your relationship will take a bit of a big factor in this. And I feel that if you've got anything hidden, it's now to bring it out to the surface. It's a brand new time to be doing it. People that you're surrounding yourself with, or even it's your partner or friend, they can actually help you to transform if you're not willing to do it. You know, when it says a win-win outcome is forecast, you know, you just never know what can happen, especially if you speak up and talk about things that are deeper and not trivial. So time to really open up now, Geminis, and don't be afraid, because, you know, you're going to learn a hell of a lot about yourself during this new moon. Hello, Cancer. So, Cancer, you're going to feel this, especially early June, because this new moon is in your 7th, house of partnerships, contracts, you can say open enemies, but it's about relationships. And Pluto being there, you know, you guys are going through it. You know, don't worry, it's coming out now, Cancer. You know, a lot of you have really transformed, and for the better as well. But, you know, this is in your 7th. And, you know, your relationships are going to be taking big focus now. It's a brand new beginning. I feel a lot of you Cancers are, you know, because it's Christmas season. So you guys are, I feel a lot of you are willing to, like, you know, just want to keep the peace. You want to sort out anything that nothing's been spoken about. You know, I feel this is a great time to be doing it. Like, really big on communication here. No sulking, no, just talk. Have like a candlelight meal or something cozy and just talk, because you don't want to go into 2023 with any drama, especially when the full moon is in your sign. So it's a great time to be doing that. And this goes to contracts as well. If things have been stalling, you know, now's the time to really, you know, let's nip this in the bud. Say what you want and mean what you say, Cancer. You know, Jupiter is in your 10th house of career. So with this being with your 7th and 10th house, you know, you are, you know, really wanting to work on your relationship, your career is like calling for you to like sort of like take focus. And a lot of you, some of you Cancers may be working really hard on in your career because you don't want to deal with the issue of your relationship, or you may be dealing with your relationship more because you don't want to deal with your career more. You could be overdoing one or the other. So this is calling for balance, or trying to have some balance. Jupiter also rules your 9th house and also your 6th house. So this is a time to be really organized. Really organized. You know, you're going to be seeing things that you didn't really see before. And I feel that your beliefs on your relationships are really going to be changing. Like, oh, I didn't know this about this. I didn't know that. And with it ruling your 6th house as well, it's about, you know, your routine. So if you're neglecting your relationships in any way, this is the time to like set that routine of, okay, when I come back home, we're going to eat here, or, you know, get the family get together. You know, 6th house is also to do with, you know, like health and wellness. So really take care of your mental health during this time, but also like your physical body as well, because you Cancers can find yourself extremely busy now, especially when Jupiter is in your 10th. You know, you guys are needed big time. So yeah, but a lot of contracts definitely I feel will be signed. It could be like signed now for next year. So the card you got is your hard work is paying off. It's a new moon in Capricorn card. You really couldn't make this up, Cancer. So anything to do with your relationships is paying off. Okay, if you decide you want to put the work in your relationship, it's going to pay off. If you decide that, you know, your relationship's fine, but, you know, when it comes to business and it comes to your career and contracts, it will pay off. But, you know, like again, I said, you'll be called to try and have some balance, Cancer. Because you, like Capricorn, your opposite, you can overdo things. You could bury things and not want to deal with something else until things come to a head. So regardless of which way it goes, your hard work is going to pay off. Leo, Leo, Leo. So this is in your 6th house of wellness, routines, pets, your work life, fitness, all of that, Leo. This is a brand new time to be doing it. You know, if any of you Leos decide that you want to do this now, like get ready to be fit now, next year, you may be making a lot of strides now. And with the square to your 9th house, you are on a roll. Okay, you are definitely on a roll. And it is no time like the present. I feel a lot of you Leos may be, you know, I feel when it comes to like your work, I feel a lot of you may be, again, I think a bit like Aries, there'll be some studying going on. Like I feel if any of you want to do anything to do like nutrition, you could be like delving deep into studying that. Some of you may decide to be a nutritionist or go into that field. Or if any of you are, some of you may be wanting to like just do courses for your job so that it can improve your skills in some way. So yeah, there's a lot going on, but like higher vibration of learning is brilliant for you now. And I feel anything you want to study now, Leos, you just have to schedule it properly. Like whether it's writing down, having a diary, you know, because it's busy time, you know. But I feel you're going to be seeing a lot of gains next year. You know, Jupiter rules your 8th house and it also rules your 5th house. So this is to do with your creativity. It's to do with children. It's also to do with debts, loans, and fears. So a lot of these things could be coming out. Like you're thinking, I actually want to do this job, yeah, but I really want it to be fun. I really want to be creative. And, you know, and even if it's to do, and if it benefits like your family even better, but you could be fearing that, oh, but you know, but if I do this, that means that's going to disrupt my routine at work. And no, it's this time now, because the 9th house is of the higher mind, the higher vibration. So you'll have epiphanies. You'll have epiphanies in the 8th house, ruling your 8th house as well. This is a psychic house. It's a Scorpio house. So, you know, you're going to be, I feel that you'll be gaining what you want. You just have to be organized, Leo. You have to be organized, and also taking care of like your physical as well. So the card you got is a full moon in Taurus. It says, your dreams need a practical plan. So you got all these dreams and aims, Leos, all these dreams and aims. And I feel for a lot of you that I feel a lot of you have got it down to a T, but it just needs to be practical. You know, it's no point in like working 9 to 5, coming home and doing like a big creative project, but you got food to cook and you got your husband to tend to, or your wife, and you know, it just needs to be practical. So whether it's you wake up a bit earlier to do like your creativity, and then you can go to work, come back, and you can just relax. So this, what this new moon is calling for me, for you Leos, is that, you know, do something that you love. Always do something, because you're ruled by the heart, but it just needs to be practical. And, you know, don't forget to do some physical work as well, whether it's walking, whether it's running, something physical that you've loved, but you've just put it at the back corner, because this can help clear your mind. And you know, Leos, a clearer mind, clearer energy, you're going to be more focused. So it's a very busy time for you, Leos. Virgo, so you early degrees Virgos are really going to feel this. You know, you're going to be benefiting from this, because this is in your 5th house. This is to do with children, creativity, you know, fitness as well. Some of you probably want to, again, work for yourself, you know, or doing something creative for yourself. A big time for you, Virgos. And because it's at 1 degree, even better. Okay, even better. You know, Jupiter rules your 7th, and it also rules your 8th. And no, it rules your 4th, which is Saggy, and it rules your 7th, which is Pisces. So this is probably giving a lot of you a kick up the arse. I feel like your partner will probably help you at this time. And there's a lot of talk with Virgos working from home, and the 5th house does rule entrepreneurship. So it does rule, you know, self-employment as well. So this is a great time to be thinking of that. You know, your creative juices are going to fly, Virgos, okay? And the 5th house is about fertility. So fertility, yes, it is, you know, children, conception, but it's about what you are feeling from the heart, what you want to conceive and show the world. This is a time of confidence, you know. So I feel like in a partnership that can help you, again, Jupiter in your 8th, it can bring a thing of, you know, your finances. Are they stable? You know, can you work with what you got? You know, have you paid off any debts and loans? Some of you could just be going over the top with it. Like, I'm going to be doing this project, but I also want to have fun with my partner, or, you know, my lover. And you could overspend. And if you know you got like a debt to pay off, or like an overdraft for a bank account. So if you're going to be investing anything now, Virgo, you know, look at what you can spend and what you can save. Okay, you don't want a big shock when it comes to, you know, in the new year. But also this is with children. So if any of you got children, you could also be thinking, you know, you could be spending a lot of money on presents for them. And again, it's like, oh my God, I was meant to save that, you know. But I do feel definitely to do with creativity. And I feel if you're going to invest in anything, it's going to be for the long haul. But, you know, just looking at your finances properly. Definitely looking at your finances properly. And even the North Node being in your 9th house as well. This is expanding your mind of endless possibilities, endless dreams. And, you know, there could be, of course, there could be some, you know, your relationships can give you a bit of a headache, because you may feel that your partner's not on the same page as you. But I feel communication definitely is key here. So you got step out of your comfort zone. It's a North Node. So this is a time of fearlessness. This new moon is giving you, yes, it's in Capricorn, which is, you know, it's a bit cautious, but it's about fearlessness. I also feel like, you know, if some of you Virgos, you know, if you're having fun, or you're thinking of having children, this, again, step outside your comfort zone, not to be afraid that it's going to spoil your fun, or it's going to dampen you in any way, because this could be the making of you. Or if it's something to do with creativity, and, you know, your partner might decide they want to, you know, partner with you. Step outside your comfort zone, because you don't have to do everything alone, Virgos. You know, two heads are better than one. And I feel some of you may see that now. And even if you've got kids as well, they can also help as well. Help you step outside your comfort zone. If you're creating anything and it's just very mundane, they'll be like, Mum, Dad, no, why don't you just do it like this? Because you know the kids are the future, right? So yeah, step outside your comfort zone, because there's a lot you're going to be learning from, but also a lot you're going to gain from. Hello Libra. So this new moon in Capricorn, because you're going to be feeling it, especially September Libra, is in your 4th house. And, you know, the square to Jupiter in your 7th. So, again, whenever anything goes through an emotional house, you're going to be feeling it. But this is about your home and your roots and family. So there could be a brand new beginning happening here. Yes, there can be some niggles, should I say, when it comes to like things to do with your home. Especially if you're moving home, it could be a brand new start. There could be a brand new arrival in the home as well. And I feel some of you, this is really the time to, you know, get together with family and iron out any drama that could ensue, or if you have any drama, you know, it's come up to Christmas. So, you know, it's great. You're a peacemaker anyway, so it's great to like get the family together just to like discuss things. And I feel that some of you could like some of you could define things about yourself, but you could like find out certain things. There could be some secrets that come out. Some of you Libras might be more vocal as well now, because you know Jupiter rules your 3rd house. So a lot of you could be more vocal and be more vocal in your relationship. So if you're not happy about anything, you could just, you know, say what you think, say your piece. And especially if your partner is always doing all the talking, it's like, I'm going to say what I need to be said. Like, I don't like how this house looks. I don't want to move, or I want to move. I don't like how the curtain looks. You know, we need to decorate. We need to do this. We need to do that. Or or you could be more vocal when it comes to like your parents as well. You know, if something that has been bothering you from the past, you could be saying it. You know, because with Jupiter ruling your 3rd, you're going to be blurting stuff out. And some of it may be, some people may find it uncomfortable. Some people may find it like, oh, I didn't know this Libra was like this. Why didn't you say it before? So it can all really come out now. But, you know, your thoughts and your mind, a lot of stuff can come back from the past anyway. You know, Jupiter's been in your 4th house. Pluto has been in your 4th house for like bloody 15 years. And it's done a number on some of you Librans. You know, a lot of you have seen like your world and your structures really changed. And there's also some stuff that you've really had to delve into and work with. And these themes may be coming up as well now, especially with Mercury retrograde and all of that there too. So yeah, it's a different side you're going to be showing vocally in your relationships. Again, there can be themes when it comes to like business and contracts. You could be overexcited about it. It could also be you signing like a new lease, being overexcited about it, making sure that you read like the small print so you're not signing away your life type of thing. Yes, there could be some drama with a partner as well, especially if you're not on the same page. But all in all, you know, this is a great time to be making peace with anything that you're not making peace with. So the card you got is, the moon card is Show the World the Real You, the full moon in Aquarius card. So it's about time to just show what you are about, Libra. Say what you need to say. Don't hold things in, because it's Christmas season. And as we all know, when it comes to Christmas, when we drink too much, things just start coming out. So if there's something you need to say, whether it's your partner or your family, now's the time to do it. Something you need to work on, like emotionally, now's the time to really do it, or even communicate it. Tell people how you're feeling, because I do feel a lot of thoughts and feelings from the past can come back. Remember, Capricorn rules the past, and this may be to do with visiting an old childhood home or childhood friends or your parents, anything like that. But it is a time to actually be open more and honest communication, and not think you're going to be hurting anyone, because your truth is all that we all want to hear. Okay, Scorpio. So this full moon, this new moon in Capricorn is in your 3rd house. So general communication through writing, speaking, social media, your brothers and sisters, if you have any, and your neighborhood. This is to do short distance travel. So you could be initiating moving. There could be more communication with neighbors. You know, Jupiter is squaring your 6th house. So, you know, you may, if you're one of those very busy Scorpions, which I believe a lot of you are, I feel that some of you may decide that you want to, like, it could be starting like a new project or learning or do more reading, but you have to reschedule. You have to like really work on your routines, really work on your physical self, because this is the 6th house. And because it's a 6th and 3rd house, these are Mercury houses. This will make, I feel, a lot of you, I feel it will actually make a lot of you be very busy, but struggling to organize yourself, struggling to organize what needs to be done, what needs to be coming first, whether it's creativity or whether it's like your passion project, but also making sure that you're on point to complete all of these tasks. So this new moon is very busy new moon for you. I can see lots of contracts being signed and lots of reading, lots of learning, traveling, you know, traveling to see your family, short distance travel. And, you know, there's an energy of like scrambling to get everything done before you go on to see family or even friends during the Christmas period. And also trying to be healthy and maintain energy. I feel your energy is quite high, but it could lag. So it's like paying attention to what you're eating, paying attention to what you're working out as well, and your stress levels, because, you know, I feel a lot of you are very ambitious now. A lot of you Scorpions are, there's an energy of high ambition. So I feel personally lots of breath work, breathing, because you'll be talking to many people, like here, there, and everywhere, and especially because Mercury retrograde is in your 3rd house as well. There's elements and themes from the past coming back, old friends, you know, people from your neighborhood. It's a very busy time, this new moon, but also it is a time where you're gonna be thinking about your goals and your plans, but also things to do with children, your creativity, but also making sure that all of these are on point, so you don't have to just keep rushing here, there, and everywhere. So you got a new moon in Aquarius card. Bring love into the situation. So find out what you love, because there's a lot, because it's a 3rd house, a busy house. You could be focusing on one thing, but other things can come as well. So you may be focusing on too many things that you want to complete, and you know that you complete. So instead of bring love into the situation, what do you really love? What book do you love? What do you want to study? What do you want to be creative in? You know, even if it's to do with like a relationship as well, even how you're communicating, because like I said, it's an ambitious time for a lot of you Scorpios. So really pace yourself, because you may find that you're running around, you know, whizzing around. Sagittarius. So this new moon in Capricorn is in your 2nd house of money, resources, your self-worth, food that you eat, and creativity as well. So a brand new beginning when it comes to like your finances. A lot of you could be deciding to, there could be some spending going on, but also restricting. Like some of you guys could be really like, I'm not going to be spending as much. You know, I'm going to be working on like my finances. I'm going to be taking a lot of these things very serious now. So you could be going over like your bank statements, your bills. There could be new business people coming into your life as well. But also this is to do with food, because it's 2nd house Taurus. And also because it squares Jupiter, and you are ruled by Jupiter, and it also rules your 4th house. You could see that things may be coming up a bit fast for you to work with, because Jupiter's in your 5th house for Aries, and this is to do with children, creativity. It's also to do with working for yourself as well. So this is a great time for some of you Sagittarius to really be serious about, we're working for people, i.e. working for yourself, what will be better for you, what will be more sustainable income-wise and for the long haul. And also creativity. So I feel a lot of you Sagittarius are very creative, but you're creative in many different things. So what is your most, what you're most passionate about? Okay, what are you most passionate about? There could be also themes and elements of, I really, I have to like save money because I have a child coming on the way, because the 5th house is about fertility and conception, not conception, but more fertility. It's about children. So it could be that theme, or it could be I need to save money because I want to do a passion project. There could be over expenditure on this as well, because you're ruled by it. So you could be overspending on something because of the excitement. Then after, when the bill comes in January, it's like, oh my God, what have I done? What have I saved? But it's about your self-worth. So again, I do feel a lot of you are taking certain things more seriously now, because there's things that are changing in your life, changing in your love life, but also changing within you. So a very pivotal time for a lot of you Sagittarius. So the card you have is, what do you need to release? So this new moon is not a full moon. This is a waning moon, but there's something that you need to release. But like I said, you're ruled by Jupiter, so you can go over the top, overboard. So when it says, what do you need to release? Do you need to release overspending? Do you need to release just going crazy with certain things when it comes to your finances? Do you need to release not controlling yourself when it comes to that? And it could be to do with food as well, because you could be eating much more, so you may want to not about restricting, but just like looking at what you're eating, because it could be, what you eat, it does tend to distort the mind. But also, what do you need to release to the world? Because there's something burning within you guys that you may want to release to the world. A passion project, tell people that, your life changed with your partner, any of these things. So there's something definitely bubbling inside, but there's something definitely changing for a lot of you Sagittarians. And this new moon will definitely show you. You've got the nodes, which is in your 6th and your 12th house anyway. So this is really changing and reconstructing things within your life. So there's more or less no time like the present now, Sagittarius, to start something fresh and new, especially when there's huge changes going on within your life. Hello Capricorn, and welcome to your new moon, which is at 1 degree. So it's a brand new beginning happening for you. Yes, it does square Jupiter, which is in your 4th, but it also rules your 12th and your 3rd house. So this is a brand new beginning when it comes to yourself physically, emotionally, and mentally. So I see a lot of you, there could be like definitely a spiritual aspect going on when it comes to your, your physical being, but also when it comes to your work life. I see a lot of Capricorns like starting like a new job or getting a promotion, especially with Mercury retrograde being there. But also a lot of going within, like not rushing, just really taking your time and seeing what needs to be done when it comes to like the new year. And it's a great thing to be taking your time, Capricorn, because every new year is a brand new time to setting new intentions about your goals in your life. And if any of you are single, about your relationships, but also a relationship to yourself. This is also great for a lot of you to be doing some spiritual work, whether it's through reading, meditation, it could be yoga, it could also be you writing. There could be a lot more communication going on, like honest communication about about your happiness, your general well-being. And you know, you've got the nodes which are supporting you in a big way in your 5th and 11th houses, especially the North Node. And this is creating a grand time of, you know, creativity. Also themes to do with children, and also working for yourself, and also fitness goals. So we could see a different type of Capricorn coming through. And again, there's no time like the present. Okay, and this is great to be writing down which goals that you would like to pursue, and also goals within the home. There could be changes within your home. There could be changes within your family. There could be new beginnings in your family, Capricorn, which is always a good thing. And yeah, again, I feel there could be moving. There could be renovating. There could also be drama. Yeah, because it's Christmas season. There'll be a lot of drama, like you've got to decorate the house, you've got to cook, you've got to a lot of cleaning, but then your career is like really pulling you to like really take focus. So there could be some push and pull. So doing like doing some grounding spiritual work, even doing like lots of walks, grounding yourself with walking in the park and taking your shoes off and walking in the grass will be a great thing, because this will give you a more of a, not just a spiritual aspect, but more of an aspect of what you would like in 2023. So the card you got, you're not going to believe this, Capricorn, is the New Moon in Pisces card, which is meditate and contemplate. So again, like I said, having that time to yourself to really focus on your goals, focusing on your family as well. If you haven't been paying much attention to when it comes to family matters, this is a time to be doing it. This is a time to doing, it could be any type of meditation, but your mind could be very active. It could be very busy. You could also be emotionally sensitive. So writing will be great. Some Capricorns, you know, some people do their New Year's resolutions. Some people say you should do it when it's the year of the rabbit. But you can do it if you want to now, Capricorn. So writing down your goals will be great. Writing down what skills that you would like to work on during this time will be also great. And writing down what you like to work towards. So if you want to improve in anything, this is really great to be doing it. Especially if you're a very creative Capricorn. So yeah, it's a great one for you, Capricorns. Yes, you may have a little bit of drama at home, but once you get that alone time, things will start to make sense. Aquarius, this new moon is in your 12th house. Jupiter's in your 3rd. So there's a lot of mental, emotional activity going on. You could be doing a lot of soul searching. The 12th house is about releasing. It's also definitely about soul searching, but it's also about, you know, taking time out, resting, meditating, visiting, doing some, yes, it can definitely be creative work, but also doing work that sings to your heart, something to do with humanitarianism, charity work. Great time to be doing that, especially if you've been thinking of doing it. Then you've got Saturn, which is in your sign, and it's wrapping things up now. So anything you need to wrap up now, because it's in the 12th, now's the perfect time to be doing it. And also Jupiter rules your 2nd, and it also rules your 11th house. So there could be some themes that's to do with your friends, to do with money as well. You could be wrapping up paying any bills, sorting out your bills, anything to do with stocks, bonds, and, you know, but also anything you've invested in within your goals. A great time to be doing that. But a lot of it will be behind the scenes. You Aquarius, because it's like the North Node is involved too, which is in your 4th house. I feel a lot of you would really enjoy spending time at home, time with your family, or even people you consider family. This is a great time to be doing it, and just looking back on how the past year has been, or even because the last time Saturn's going to be in your sign. And a lot of you Aquarians have been through a lot. A lot of you Aquarians there's been trials, tribulations. Next time you have this new moon, Saturn's going to be in your 2nd. So again, there's no time like the present to be doing anything when it is concerning like things to do with like money and your self-worth. And you know, some of you may be wanting to like join a group which is very hidden, very hidden. There could be some serious aspects to it. Some of you may be feeling very secretive right now because you're thinking a lot, you're going back to the past a lot, you're wrapping a lot of stuff up. And again, it's an emotional time. And yeah, I feel that there's some stuff that a lot of your Aquarians still need to work on. You know, and I feel like this new moon will bring that, because this is a Capricorn new moon and it's about work. So yes, there could be a lot of emotional stuff that really comes up. But also 12 house about resting. You know, so you may be wanting to just get really busy, hang out with your friends and, you know, do certain things, your money, and but it's like, and also do things within the home. But also, in order for you to do what you need to do, you need to rest as well. Listen to your body, listen to, like, calming your mind down, because your mind, it could be on overdrive on things that you should have done and that you haven't done. So the card you got is the new moon in Virgo, a time to give rather than take. So it's giving, it's like releasing, letting go, not trying to control anything, not trying to control an outcome. The 12th house is about releasing anyway. So again, any stuff you need to work on, this will be behind the scenes, but you also have to release. So releasing any like old goals. If there's any goals that you didn't pursue, or you felt bad you didn't do it, it's about releasing it, because if it didn't happen, it may have not been the right thing for you to do. Anything to do with friends, anything to do with like money, if you've been holding on to like money, or if you've been overspending and you feel guilty, it's now time to release it. Because it's a new moon in Virgo card, and Virgo is a sign that is very mental. So a lot of things can play up in your mind now, Aquarius, but it's also time to let go. And last, but by no means least, we have Pisces. So Pisces, this new moon, because you're going to benefit from it, especially early degrees Pisces, is in your 11th house. So like all the signs, because Mercury retrograde has been playing up, there is going to be lots of themes when it comes to friends and your goals. There could be you seeking out new friends, new groups and organizations. Jupiter is squaring your 2nd house of money. So, you know, there could be a lot of spending on certain groups or organizations or things, and then you may realize that you've probably spread yourself too thin. So it's really time to look at that and really think, is it worth it? Is it worth me investing in this? For a lot of money, definitely can come to a lot of you Pisces, especially in the new year. But, you know, because this is the 2nd house and it's a Taurus house, it's looking at it and seeing if anything's for the long term. Like if you're investing in your group, or in your friendships, is it worth it? Because there's some friends that could be dissolved now and new friends can come, which is really good for you Pisces, especially with the Mercury retrograde happening in your 11th. There could be friends from the past coming back. So it's about you looking at, is that worth it? Okay. And also, you're ruled by Jupiter. So there's going to be, you might be expanding yourself around different types of people who can actually be of benefit to you. Yes, financially benefit. You could benefit from them financially. They can benefit from you financially. And Jupiter also rules your 10th house. So your career is going to be playing a big part in this. So, you know, there could be people that actually can help you within your career. The North Node is, you know, in your 3rd. So you're finding your niche now. The 11th house is also about gains and also to do with your skills, but also your goals. So your goals are really changing now, and I feel this new moon is showing you that it's time to really work towards it. And because Taurus rules it, you are seeing what things maybe you need to really and truly work on, what things really need to be dissolved in order for you to pursue something worthwhile. Remember, we're dealing with long term here. And yes, a very, very profitable time for a lot of you Pisces, especially because you got the Saturn going into your sign. So I feel, it's an ambitious time for a lot of you Pisces. And it's great to be working on it now, especially if you haven't been doing it for a while. Any type of goals, it's a great time to be dusting the book off or the art off and really working with it, but also working in a group setting, but people that are for you as well. So the card you got is the new moon in Scorpio. Work through your fears. So there could be some fears. A lot of you may be procrastinating, like letting go of a group or a friendship, or letting go of an old goal because you feel that I have to work with it, and it just might be just time to just really let it go. And there's some things that you may have just put by the wayside and thought it's not going to work, but it actually will work now. Okay, so when it says work through your fears, work through the fears, think you're not good enough, or if there's certain people in your life that have just been taken, it's time to release them. And Scorpio rules your 9th house. So it's about believing in yourself, but your beliefs about certain people and certain organizations are really going to be changing now, Pisces. But it's for you to see that. When Saturn enters your sign, it's going to be no joke. Okay? So work through any of these fears that come up. But yes, still a good moon for you. So guys, that was the new moon in Capricorn for all of the signs. Thank you so much for listening. And don't forget to like, share and subscribe. And I also like to say thank you guys for you subscribing and notifications. And yeah, I hope this new moon works out well for you guys. Again, look where Capricorn is in your sign, what house it's going through. And yeah, it's a busy one, hard-working one, but a worthwhile one. But thank you guys for listening, and I'll speak to you soon. Take care. Bye. And also, don't forget, have a lovely Christmas as well.